All right, everyone. Hey, welcome to the AV Expo here in San Diego. We're at Sony's headquarters. I'm Russell with Sony Electronics. Today, we've been getting a ton of questions on how does this Leon frame artwork actually work? How do I load it into the system? So it's a brand new system that was just released a few months ago. Maybe you haven't even seen how this works yet. So we're going to dive into how to set this up and how to get going with the artwork on our X93L series television. One other cool thing, we've loaded the Art Frame Gallery app onto the television. Rather than navigating the menus and choosing it from your apps each time, one of the neat things we can do is we can assign it to the inputs list. So on your remote control, you're just going to hit the input button, and we're going to scroll over to Edit. Under Edit, we've got all our different inputs. You know, if we've got external sources connected, we don't want to mess with any of those right now. We want to actually go in and select the gallery. I'm going to check mark that, hit close. And now when I hit my input button, it's going to show up as one of the inputs that I can choose on the TV. So another really cool feature, easy to navigate, easy to set up through the Sony Art Frame Gallery app. So right now we're starting off at the home screen. And this is, when you power on the TV, this is what you're going to see, right? Well, to access the artwork that comes loaded with the USB drive from Leon, you're going to load that into the television. Once it's loaded into the TV, I can now access it from the apps list. So I can go into my active apps up above, and it's already been preloaded, right? There's instructions on how to do this. Super easy, only takes a couple minutes. But once it's loaded onto the television, I can then go in and access my Art Frame Gallery by Sony, right? Once it's been sideloaded into the television. So this is the main system, and we've already got a bunch of our artwork already preloaded here. Normally this area here is all blank. This is our playlist area, right? So all the artwork that I've loaded, let me scroll up to the top. This is our playlist area. This is normally blank. So I've got 70 different types of artwork that I can choose from that are preloaded into the gallery app itself. Now, if I wanted to choose that, create a playlist, I can go in, choose a specific artwork. I can either choose to preview that art, which is great, because then I'm going to be able to see what I'm going to add to the playlist. Or if I like, and I want to jump back, I can add it to that playlist. Now, there's a couple other cool features about our artwork gallery that's really neat. In addition to having the artwork itself, I can go into the settings up here on the top right. When I click that, I can choose a matte. So if I wanted a matte framed around the image itself, I've got 5 different color options to choose from. So I've got 2 different whites. I've got more of a textured white look. I've got a gray. And then of course we have a black, depending on the style that you're looking to choose. Now, in addition to choosing the colors, we can also choose the size of the matte, which is nice. So if you wanted something a little bit more modern, maybe you don't want a larger matte in the space, you can go with that. If you wanted a large matte in that particular space, that's an option as well that you can choose from. So really cool to check out. Now, in addition, once you've got the app loaded onto the TV, we need to enable that frame mode. When we enable this, when I select that in the television, every time I power off the TV, it's going to power the TV off and immediately start the artwork app. I'll show you how that works here momentarily. Another cool feature with the Leon frame for Bravia XR is the motion sensor. So let's say you're watching your movies, you're watching your content, you walk out of the room, that motion sensor is going to know that you're not in that space, and it's going to turn the TV off. Power savings, which is really good. In addition to the motion sensor, there's also a light sensor. Now, when I turn off the TV here in a second, you're going to see how this works. It adapts to the ambient light in the space, and it'll actually dim the image, making that artwork appear more natural. So we'll check that out here in a second. We can also do some scheduling. So if you've got a ton of artwork that you've loaded on yourself, maybe you've used the 70 pieces of art that are built into the TV, or you've decided to use maybe some family photos or your own personal artwork, we can cycle that every 3 minutes. We can go daily, you can go weekly, or you could even do monthly. So you can have the artwork cycle up to 30 days. Great thing is you don't even have to think about it once you set all this up in the settings. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose every 3 minutes here. I'm going to go ahead and back out of this. I'm going to just power off the TV. So let's say I've watched a football game, I'm done watching, we're going to, we're done watching the TV, I've hit the power button. The TV knows to automatically engage that artwork, that gallery app, and it's also going to sense the image. So did you see how it started off bright, got dim? Now it looks more like a natural piece of art in the space. Now, want to watch TV again, right? I'm done looking at my artwork. I can go ahead and just hit a button on the remote control, and I'm back where I started. So super easy to use, super easy to navigate. We can load in our own artwork like we've done here. And this is the Leon frame for Bravia XR. This is our 65-inch X93L, also available on our 75-inch X93L as well too.